When we originally developed CST, we wanted to pull together all the best bits of the existing widely used therapies and create one simple, adaptable program. So we looked at all the evidence for the therapies that were being used in dementia, things like reality orientation, reminiscence therapy and multisensory stimulation, and tried to see which elements of each therapy were the most effective. We then combined these to create CST, and various research trials since then have shown that it can lead to improvements in cognitive function, that is things like memory and language, and quality of life. And CST now seems to be becoming a widely accepted and endorsed treatment for dementia, both in the UK and throughout the world. We created a manualised treatment because we wanted it to be easily used by a wide range of people working in dementia care. However, I suppose the risk of following a manual is that it can sometimes be used quite rigidly, even in an uncreative or depersonalised way. So within the manual, we have included a range of activities for each session. It's important to think about who is in your group, what their likes and dislikes are, what their strengths are, and then to plan activities accordingly. Although it's important to know things about each individual before the group start, in some ways, if you're overly familiar with people, the risk is that you might have preconceived ideas about what people can and can't do. Over and over again, people have told me how surprised they've been to see what people can actually achieve within CST sessions. It's really about supported learning in a confidence-building, familiar environment. Within the manual, we have outlined the 18 key principles of CST, and it's essential that you read through these very carefully before you start groups. Whilst there is likely to be a high degree of overlap between CST and other therapies already used, there are certain nuances that make it slightly different. So, for example, whilst reminiscence is certainly a part of CST, there is also an emphasis on developing new ideas, new thoughts and new associations, rather than just recalling previously learnt information. Another key principle is a focus on opinion rather than facts. We encourage a shift away from what is the right or wrong answer, which really doesn't matter. I think people's opinions are far more important, and you can't get opinions wrong. Another really important thing is to think about how you put your group together. Who might get on well with whom might really not get on. It's important to group people together who have a similar level of abilities and skills. The aim of CST is to challenge people enough to get those neurons firing, but not too much that they end up feeling de-skilled or anxious. If the range of abilities in the groups is too wide, it's hard to pitch the activities at the right level for the majority of people. CST facilitators vary hugely in age, ethnic background, occupational background and level of experience, as well as being both men and women. The most important thing you need to be a good CST facilitator are things that we can't manualise, things like sensitivity, empathy, warmth and flexibility. These are all things which you can develop when working with people with dementia. All the participants you will see in this DVD are real people with dementia who previously attended CST groups. However, the facilitators have not necessarily run groups with these participants, so there may be an element of unfamiliarity. There was no rehearsing, so the sessions you see are by no means perfect sessions. In fact, the facilitators make quite a few mistakes. The aim is really to give you some food for thought. We want you to watch the sessions with a critical eye, thinking about what went well, as well as what didn't go so well and what you might have done differently. We hope you enjoy it.